Kendrick Lamar has been on Demon Time. What's going on, Hilltop Mafia? It's Willie Knox Hill. We're back with our breakdown series. So today, man, listen, I've been getting mad requests for this one. You guys want me to step back into the time machine and put this one under the microscope because apparently, even back then, Kendrick was firing Drizzy shots. He was warning. He was ready for battle. So we're going to see what's going on with this because a lot of people are saying, I got to check this out. So right here, right now is none other than look out for Detox. But before getting further, listen, I'm going to give a quick shout out to the Patreon. If you guys like the content that I put out, if you want to support this channel, look, I'm 100% independent, right? I don't run a lot of ads on this channel. I'm always in fights with labels over copyright. If you really like what I do, if you want to support me and the mission and what we're about, then come join the Patreon. We got more content on there. We got a lot more for you. It's a great community. It's a great family on there, and it supports me. I'll put all links down there so you can join up and support me independently. But anyways, know what we're here for. Kendrick, step up to the plate. Let's see what you got.
Shout out to Schoolboy Q. He ugly little motherfucker. Tire marks. Finish line with the tire marks. When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave. Walking on water and running on waves. God MC, oh my God, you gotta see. There's never no odds in me. Of an odyssey, I'm a block away. Moving in, marshmallows inside my pen. Sweet 16s, got a sweet 16, any deadlier than sin. I'm so appalled. I'm the prototype with a godly protocol. You an amateur, they want a protocol. I damage you on camera in Compton in Canada. I don't care where you are. Just blink twice and I'm there where you are. Like a shadow in the dark, you a paddle in a boat in the ocean. Sharks about to come up short. Water in the pot, flow crack rock like bam bam. Nigga have 2 grams, nigga pay up. Blam blam, nigga had a black cam reap over dipset, killer cam, nigga had a been around niggas, killers, pimps, been around shit, but
slow down, Kendrick, slow down.
Jumped off the porch when I was like 6. Uncle Bobby got the house ready back in 96. Kick in the dough, Kate Nas all in the kitchen way before I even heard of Mike Vick. Mama in the bathroom, Papa at work. Happened on a Sunday.
That's a ridiculous
We
bar.
should've went to church. Look at my shirt, polo on it. It's gon' sell, lift my logo on it. I feel no up on it. A demon come near and I might throw a spear at the omen. You looking at the 2010 Romans, Empire, high power, HP in your face like HD, and I spit like a HK. I'm a shot like a H3, H-U-B-C-I-T-Y-A-D-N-Y-G. Problem in hootie, nigga. Tell the government come shoot, nigga. Cause I'm going out with a fist raised and a fist full of money. Give it to the 5th grade. Drink a fifth of Hennessy and then take another fade with a Democratic politician from CA. They don't want to see A-B-L-A-C.
With a Democratic politician from CA. I'm even tripping over the words. I love just he has these little moments within these pockets, man, where he just like speeds through like double time flow and then he comes back out. But it's that mixed with the aggression and just the pocket of delivery, man. Come on.
5th grade, drink a fifth of Hennessy and then take another fade with a Democratic politician from CA. They don't want to see A-B-L-A-C-K. Making some scratch like a Hall of Fame DJ. Give us some free J's, put us in the PJs. Now we in the county jail calling for a 3-way. Goddamn, y'all cold. Mark of the beast where your goddamn barcode. Stuck in the street where it's dark like Harpo. Black man, tell me where your goddamn heart go. Although I'm in the land of milk and honey. Nobody never gave me shit when I got my first check. All the niggas tried to take it from me. I had to fight back and shit, get it back and shit. And you rap niggas looking funny, tryna talk back and shit. Like you back that shit, acting like you real or something. Nigga ain't pop no still, ain't pop no collar. Go pop some pills or something. You trying real hard to appeal to something. I'm being myself, my BFF is a BM dub with your BM in it and a stash box glove and a medicine a doctor give a nigga won't help. I'm at a limit where I be amazing myself. I better finish on a level with a black belt. I better end it where every rapper get killed like bluck with a knife at. Cut.
Man, the rhyme scheme's on this too.
Where your life at? Career's over. He slumped over. And if I'm off beat, no, I'm unsober. That's a new flow. Plus Q gave me some cushion, some nouveau. New dough for the new year. And I sumo on a rap here, not a rapper. I'm a raptor. That's a T-Rex and a V-neck for the rapture. I'm a vector. And your facial, how a fracture to a fraction of 1/2. And I hate math and pastors like Eddie Long. Fucking money go. Take me mighty long to get here.
Woo!
Told you I was gonna fall off.
Damn!
You record, you got that shit?
Wow.
Yeah! Ugly. Ow, ugly ass.
Fuck all that, setbacks drop in December, bitch.
Shout out Q, man.
You are not gonna suckle my dick tonight.
Whoa.
Let's get wild in the booth. Look out for Detox, and we never got Detox. I'll tell you what, first and foremost, shout out to another artist I love, Childish Gambino, because this was produced by him. But man, how could any sane MC hear this verse? Hear how Kendrick just goes into straight attack mode for 3 straight minutes and just not be afraid and not think twice before battling this man. And he lays some breadcrumbs out. We got the Canada bars, and then later on we have the Toronto Raptor bars. Is this already a warning to Drake back then? Because when did this drop? I'm trying to think now. Because you had the brief Kendrick feature on Drake's album. You had the brief Drake feature on Kendrick's album, right? And this was this after? Was this after? And just before Control? So maybe this is the time that he was on, just letting you know, before he went and dropped a nuclear bomb on Control, right? It feels like the Drake relationship has already soured at this point in time, soured with Look Out for Detox, and it feels like there's just some subtles. It definitely feels like there's some warnings. There's some warnings, and it feels like the 6 is in mind, and who's in Canada and who's in Toronto. You could see the writing on the wall here because we all know the rabbit hole that we dive down and where this goes from here. And we've talked about this in the past. Like, there is a long, well-established history of this beef and shots back and forth between Kendrick and Drake. And how have I never been past this one before? Because this, wow. Let's break it down.
Shout out to Schoolboy Q. He ugly little motherfucker.
What was it? Schoolboy Q's Live Life, right? On his outro, because this is what they do. They were clowning each other when Schoolboy Q called Kendrick an ugly ass bitch. So Kendrick is now returning the favor.
Schoolboy Q. He ugly little motherfucker. Tire marks. Finish line with the tire marks. When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave.
When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave. See right there? Like, tire marks. It's a nice little just pattern combination. If I talk about different gears when you deliver a bar, and sometimes maybe you shift up to 6, and then within that same bar, you come back down to like 3. And just having those gear pattern changes in the middle of a bar, I just love that because that's like a higher technical MCing level. Like, you might go the whole bar in one gear and then change it, but then to do it like with a couple syllables and just to pattern them together and then come back out of it and hold it out. I love the way that Kendrick's got sort of that stop start staccato flow on this with a different accelerated speeds.
Tire marks. Finish line with the tire marks. When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave.
When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave. And he just holds out the slave, right? When you would think naturally he want to keep running because he just went double time. He should carry that on. But no, he just stops abruptly and it just makes it hit a little bit differently. And then you get to catch up. And as you're catching up, you hear the sirens in the distance, like the cops. And he's like a runaway slave. Why? He feels like he's running for his life, basically. He's running for his freedom. And then tire marks at the finish line. Normally tire marks are at the start line when you peel out, right? So what's he saying? The race is already won, he's already peeled out, or he's already celebrating at the end, and that's why you get it at the finish line. Either way, he's got to drive on this.
Finish line with the tire marks. When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave. Walking on water and running on waves. God MC, oh my God, you gotta see. There's never no odds in me.
Walking on water and running on waves. That's a smooth double right there. Waves in the ocean, waves relating to water, but also, high quality wave files, WAV. Right? He's sliding on these waves right now. And then the God MC is set up. Why? Jesus, the miracle of Jesus walking on water. Flip it right now with these flows.
Finish line with the tire marks. When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave. Walking on water and running on waves. God MC, oh my God, you gotta see. There's never no odds in me.
God MC, but then he flips it and takes the Lord's name in vain. Oh my God, you got to see. Just the way that he flips God MC. Oh my God, you got to see. Just that internal and the external rhyme schemes are so nice and smooth right there. Shout out to Rakim, the God of
Finish line with the tire marks. When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave. Walking on water and running on waves. God MC, oh my God, you gotta see. There's never no odds in me of an odyssey. I'm a block away. Fire marshals moving in.
I said sirens before, and I meant to intend police sirens, right? Because there's a little bit of layers right there that he's suggesting. And we know he's spoken out on police brutality before, especially within the black community. And that's been a theme throughout. And we'll dive into more Kendrick tracks that deal with that symbolism. But right here, how did we go from all of this into a Greek Odyssey and Odysseus bar? Man knows his Greek mythology as well. It's crazy. He's so well educated and just well learned, man. Like, this is someone who, to be a top tier MC, you have to be super intelligent. You have to be. And you have to have this hunger and this thirst for knowledge, because to have this vocabulary, to bend rhyme schemes, to do what you do, like to rap at a high level, it takes a high level of intelligence. The greatest lyricists and MCs of all time are super intelligent motherfuckers. They're well-read, and they push their minds, they push their knowledge, they push their pens, and they push their talent, man.
Walking on water and running on waves, God MC, oh my God, you gotta see, there's never no eyes in me, of an odyssey, I'm a block away.
Never no eyes in me. Obviously, when you spell me, you don't spell me with an I. So the simple saying, there's no I in me, but also no eyes in me, Odyssey. But I take it as EYES, eyes. And the Odyssey bar is set up from the one-eyed Cyclops that Odysseus encounters in the Odyssey. And what does he do with the one-eyed Cyclops? Gets him drunk one night, stabs his eye, and then escapes, right? Shout out to Odysseus, man.
When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave.
Polyphemus, right? That was the giant. That's a crazy historical bar right there.
Walking on water and running on waves, God MC, oh my God, you gotta see, there's never no eyes in me, of an odyssey, I'm a block away, fire marshals moving in.
I'm a block away, and you hear him like coming like in the streets, he's a block away, but also I take it as the foundation he built, he's a block away. And then even the runaway slave bar could tie in with Odysseus, like he was held captive, right, to the giant, and then he broke free. Like it all just, the way that he sets up some of his schemes and deliveries, man, there's just weaving a web of connection.
Runaway slave, walking on water and running on waves, God MC, oh my God, you gotta see, there's never no eyes in me, of an odyssey, I'm a block away, fire marshals moving in, marshmallows inside my pen, sweet 16s, got a sweet 16, any deadlier than sin, I'm so appalled.
Marshmallows inside my pen. Why? Marshmallow is sweet candy, so he flips his sweet 16s, like he's giving you these sweet bars right now. And we call 16s a verse because we count each line as a bar. Right? 16 bars typically make up a singular rap verse. So he's giving you these sweet 16s. But also, 16 gauge shotty, right? Giving you sweet 16s in a different sense.
But no eyes in me.
I've been hunting with a 16 before. Mainly I use a 12 gauge. Anyways, I'm going off track here.
Walking on water and running on waves, God MC, oh my God, you gotta see, there's never no eyes in me, of an odyssey, I'm a block away, fire marshals moving in, marshmallows inside my pen.
Man, when this kicks in and he just accelerates through this pattern right here.
Sweet 16s, got a sweet 16, any deadlier than sin, I'm so appalled.
The 7 deadly sins, they're deadlier than sin. There's a lot of religious references laced into this too.
My pen, sweet 16s, got a sweet 16, any deadlier than sin, I'm so appalled. I'm the prototype with a godly protocol. You an amateur, they want a protocol. I damage you on camera in Compton, in Canada. I don't care where you are. Just blink.
In Compton or Canada, I don't care where you are. And then he's got the camera. Makes me think, fast forward years later, we could do this for the cameras, Crody.
Any deadlier than sin, I'm so appalled. I'm the prototype with a godly protocol. You an amateur.
Appalled, protocol. And then what he does is, right, he still has that as the externals. Amateur.
When a protocol, I damage you on
amateur. Protocol. Damage you.
Camera in Compton, in Canada. I don't care where you
Compton, Canada. I don't care where you are. Right? So he goes internal, 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 and then back to the external. And he does this throughout where he just like flips like AB, AAB, BBA, and just like patterning the rhymes throughout, man. It's so dope. But back to the Canada bars.
Protocol, you an amateur.
Y'all better watch your six.
Protocol, I damage you on camera in Compton, in Canada. I don't care where you are. Just blink twice and I'm there where you are. Like a shadow in the dark. You a paddle in a boat in an ocean full of sharks, about to come up short. Water in the pot, flow, crack, rock.
That's like a battle rap bar. That for me that's a warning. I'm ready for battle, right? And I'm greater than you. You're just a paddle in an ocean full of sharks. I mean, that's a setup right there. Be careful. I'm a shadow in the dark. You can't see a shadow in the dark, right? You can't catch this, man.
I damage you on camera in Compton, in Canada. I don't care where you are. Just blink twice and I'm there where you are. Like a shadow in the dark. You a paddle in a boat in an ocean full of sharks, about to come up short. Water in the pot, flow, crack, rock like bam, bam. Nigga, have 2 grams. Nigga, pay up. Blah, blah, nigga.
Shout to Bam Bam from the Flintstones, right? But also like coming from bedrock, but he's flipping the crack rock because he's that water in the pot. You start cooking it up, mixing that cocaine, mixing that baking soda. What do you get out of that?
Come up short, water in the pot, flow, crack, rock like bam, bam. Nigga, have 2 grams. Nigga, pay up. Blah, blah, nigga, had a black Camry, broken dipset, killer cam. Nigga, had a killers, pimp, sweep in a road.
Man, he is going in right here.
In an ocean full of sharks, about to come up short. Water in the.
And you know what's funny is his voice sounds like he's sick, which makes sense why maybe he's drinking at the end and you could hear him drinking and he falls because he's unsober. He's got that bar. But yeah, I've talked about this before. Like sometimes it's a good time to record when your voice is hoarse, when your voice is different, because you'll get a different tone out of your voice you don't normally get when you're well. It's actually a good time to go in and record a song if you got one in mind, because it just gives it a different dynamic, right? A different intonation to it all.
Flow, crack, rock like bam, bam. Nigga, have 2 grams. Nigga, pay up. Blah, blah, nigga, had a black Camry, broken dipset, killer cam. Nigga, had a been around niggas.
Shout to Dipset. Shout to Killer Cam. Shout out to Jewels. And I don't know what's going on between Cameron and Jim Jones right now. We need Dipset back.
2 grams, nigga, pay up. Blah, blah, nigga, had a black Camry. Go to Dipset, kill a cam, nigga, had a been around niggas, killers, pimps.
I like how instead of the actual percussion, like the drums, you just hear the clapping. And it just replaces the percussive line there just for a little bit. And he starts humming, man. That's a dope little production switch up.
Nigga, pay up. Blah, blah, nigga, had a black Camry. Go to Dipset, kill a cam, nigga, had a been around niggas, killers, pimps. You ain't been around shit, but your mama and your bitch. Jumped off the porch when I was like 6. Uncle Bobby got the house ready back in 96. Kick in the dough.
You ain't been around shit but your mama and your bitch. The Canada lines. The warning. We have the Toronto layers later on. Who wasn't really that close with his father, but he was really close with his mom and always talked about all the women that he was with and all the bitches that he got with. Is that a little bit of layering? Right? Like sometimes you'll have someone in mind, but you're not really going direct at them. But those bars, I know they can apply to so many people, right? But artists will have a certain artist in mind when they write it, and they know it's going to hit because anybody can take that and apply it to any of their enemies or anyone that they're talking shit about. And I just wonder if maybe Drake's in the back of his mind there as he's penning some of these lines and he knows it can apply to a wide range, but he's still got that pattern behind it.
Ocean full of sharks about to come up short. Water in the pot, flow crack rock like bam bam, nigga, have 2 grams, nigga, pay up. Blah, blah, nigga, had a black Camry. Go to Dipset, kill a cam, nigga, had a been around niggas, killers, pimps. You ain't been around shit, but your mama and your bitch. Jumped off the porch when I was like 6. Uncle Bobby got the house ready back in 96. Kick in the dough, K9's all in the kitchen way before I even heard of Mike Vick. Mama in the bathroom, Papa at work.
Right, when you jump off the porch, right? He went and he started dealing. He got into the drug game when he was like 6. He had to go make that money, right? But then K9's coming through like the drug dogs, the sniffer dogs coming through. And then he just flips it into Michael Vick. And if you don't know about Mike Vick, amazing quarterback. And one of the reasons was because he had that dog in him. Yeah, he was a fighter.
Kick in the dough, K9's all in the kitchen way before I even heard of Mike Vick. Mama in the bathroom, Papa at work. Happened on a Sunday, we should've went to church. Look at my shirt, polo on it. It's gonna sell, lift my logo on it. I feel no up on it. A demon come near and I might.
Polo on it. Why? Because you're wearing nicer clothes because it was Sunday when he should be at church. Instead, the house is getting raided.
Look at my shirt, polo on it. It's gonna sell, lift my logo on it. I feel no up on it. A demon come near and I might throw a spear at the omen. You looking at the 22.
Fear no opponent. Polo on it. Just the way that he fits in. Fear no opponent. Polo on it. Logo on it. Into that rhyme scheme was dope, little slant rhyme.
Sell, lift my logo on it. I feel no up on it. A demon come near and I might throw a spear at the omen. You looking at the 2010 Romans, Empire, high power, HP in your face like HD, and I spit like a HK. I'm a shot like a H3. H.
In your face, HD, high quality, high definition, HK, the heckler and cock that he's firing away. But then also before that long reign, the Roman Empire, you had Greek mythology bars. Now you're getting Roman bars and his higher power. He's representing that HP. Come on, it's high power in the building.
High power, HP in your face like HD, and I spit like a HK. I'm a shot like a H3. H-U-B-C-I-T.
Shot like an H3, like an H3 Sony, like getting it, the shot in frame versus shooting, firing.
Like HD, and I spit like a HK. I'm a shot like a H3. H-U-B-C-I-T-Y-A-D-N-Y-G.
H-U-B-C-I-T-Y, Hub City, that's common.
I'm a shot like a H3. H-U-B-C-I-T-Y-A-D-N-Y-G. Problem in Hootie, nigga. Tell a government come shoot me, nigga.
YG Problem Hootie, coming from Compton. Shout now, showing love to fellow artists.
Y-A-D-N-Y-G.
That's a ridiculous, just spelling out acronym type sequence right there.
Problem in Hootie, nigga. Tell a government come shoot me, nigga. Cause I'm going out with a fist raised and a fist full of money. Give it to the 5th grade. Drink a fifth of Hennessy and then take another fade with a Democratic politician from CA. They don't wanna see BLACK. Making some scratch like a Hall of Fame DJ. Give us some free J's, put us in the PJs. Now we in the county jail calling for a 3-way. Goddamn, y'all cold. Mark of the beast where you goddamn.
That is just a ridiculous scheme, man. That he just, like, that accelerated flow all the way through that and then don't want to see us get the scratch. Like a Hall of Fame DJ. Shout out to DJ Scratch. EPMD, baby. Come on. Right? Versus a DJ scratching the records versus making that scratch. Trying to see us be successful. He's about to kirk out on a Democratic politician in CA from California. Anyone can get it, right? And that's why he's giving his money to the 5th grade. Talking about not enough money for the local schools, for the local education. He might as well go invest in it. Still giving you some of those conscious lines in between that just raw, aggressive. Anybody can get this type of time and energy delivery.
Nigga, cause I'm going out with a fist raised and a fist full of money. Give it to the 5th grade. Drink a fifth of Hennessy and then take another fade with a Democratic politician from CA. They don't want to see A-B-L-A-C-K. Making some scratch like a Hall of Fame DJ. Give us some.
They don't want to see A-B-L-A-C-K. Right? They don't want to see A, which is dope for California. the state acronym CA versus SEE, CA. They don't want to see a black man be successful, right?
Democratic politician from CA. They don't want to CA, BLACK. Make us some scratch like a Hall of Fame DJ. Give us some free J's, put us in the PJs. Now we in the county jail calling for a three-way. Goddamn, y'all cold. Mark of the beast, where you got.
Give us some PJs, in this case, prison outfit. But also PJ, presiding judge, and then he flips it. Like, they're going to throw us in county. Then we're going to have to do three-way calls. And you do a three-way call in jail because you're trying to get in touch with someone that's not on your contact list, right? So you call one of your contacts that's approved. And if you get caught doing a three-way, it can be bad for you, right? But basically, then they three-way in, call you to try to set up your plug, whatever you're trying to do and cover, right? Dope flips that he's doing throughout
Give
this.
us some free J's, put us in the PJs. Now we in the county jail calling for a three-way. Goddamn, y'all cold. Mark of the beast, where you goddamn barcode. Stuck in the street where it's dark like Harpo.
Even that, Mark of the Beast, Armageddon times, Revelation, they'll be known through the mark of the beast, their allegiance to the beast. But also that allows them to undergo transactions, right? To buy and sell goods. And this is the end of times, Revelation times, before the rapture happens. And he has rapture bars later on. But for me, a lot of people speculated that the mark of the beast is going to be like a barcode. And the mark of the beast will have 666 on it. That's why he's like, where are your barcodes? You're just following the consumerism of Satan right now, right? Show me your barcodes. Show me these devils. I'm calling you out right now because I can tell that you are compromised.
The CABLACK, making some scratch like a Hall of Fame DJ. Give us some free J's, put us in the PJs. Now we in the county jail calling for a three-way. Goddamn, y'all cold. Mark of the beast, where your goddamn barcode. Stuck in the street where it's dark like Harpo. Black man, tell me where your goddamn heart go. Although I'm in the land of milk and honey. Nobody in the streets in the PJs. Now we in the county jail calling for a three-way. Goddamn, y'all cold. Mark of the beast, where your goddamn barcode. Stuck in the street where it's dark like Harpo. Black man.
Stuck in the street where it's dark like Harpo. We've talked about the color purple. And Kendrick has referenced the novel The Color Purple before, which is a really interesting look at, obviously, gender roles, gender dynamics, right? Harpo is interesting in that because he struggles with gender dynamics and what he perceives, right? Because he ends up trying to exercise dominance in the relationship because he has a strong, independent-minded wife, Sophia, and he ends up beating her. The Color Purple, right? Very interesting look at harassment, physicality, and just a lot of issues that often don't get discussed and talked about. It's a really dope novel. It's a very conscious novel. Kendrick dropping us conscious bars, shouting out conscious novels and characters throughout this. This is what he does.
BLACK, making some scratch like a Hall of Fame DJ. Give us some free J's, put us in the PJs. Now we in the county jail calling for a three-way. Goddamn, y'all cold. Mark of the beast, where your goddamn barcode. Stuck in the street where it's dark like Harpo. Black man, tell me where your goddamn heart go. Although I'm in the land of milk and honey. Nobody never.
Tell me where your heart go. And see, Harpo was an interesting case because of these societal and cultural influences, he felt like he wasn't really being a man. So he had to do things that were contrary to how he truly felt about her. And that's why he ends up getting with her later on in life, once he's gone through sort of a character change and a reformation, right? But that to me is Kendrick reflecting on the conditions within these streets and just these different pressures that gets felt for a black man that causes them to do things that they wouldn't normally do if they were in a different situation. But this is the society under which we operate. And it's no coincidence that that's set up before by the prison bars, the prison schemes that he's talking about there. And you see just the different layers and depth that he's giving you and trying to make you think on another layer.
Street was dark like Harpo. Black man, tell me where your goddamn heart go. Although I'm in the land of milk and honey. Nobody never gave me.
Although I'm in the land of milk and honey. Nobody ever gave me nothing. The land of milk and honey was Israel. That was the promised land to the Israelites. Right? And then they ended up wandering in the desert for 40 years until they could get to that promised land. Kendrick may feel like he's wandering in a desert in LA, in Compton. It's supposed to be the land of milk and honey. Everybody comes out to Hollywood. Everybody comes out to LA. And yet, why am I still struggling here? Why is it all about survival?
Dark like Harpo. Black man, tell me where your goddamn heart go. Although I'm in the land of milk and honey. Nobody never gave me shit. When I got my first chain, all the niggas tried to take it from me. I had to fight back and shit, get it back and shit. And you rap niggas looking funny, trying to talk back and shit. Like you back that shit, acting like you real or something. Nigga ain't pop no still, ain't pop no collar. Go pop some pills or something. You trying real hard to appeal to something. I'm being myself.
Pop some pills or something. You trying real hard to appeal to someone? Come on.
Pop no still, ain't pop.
The wordsmithing.
Collar, go pop.
You ain't pop no still. You ain't about these streets. I had to fight for what I had. You ain't about that life. Again, I wonder if there's more layers underneath of that. This is battle rap talk too.
Some pills or something. You trying real hard to appeal to something. I'm being myself. My BFF is a BM dub with your BM in it and a stash box glove and a medicine.
BFF is a BM dub, BMW, with your BM, with your baby mama in it. Come on, man.
If a nigga won't help, I'm at a limit where I be amazing myself. I better finish on a level with a black belt. I better end it where
I better be at level where I finish with a black belt. I just love how, like, there's certain moments when he's, like, kind of dropped down. Even when he's sick, the delivery and just the vocal changes and the different personalities he injects are on point.
Nigga ain't pop no still, ain't pop no collar, go pop some pills or something. You trying real hard to appeal to something. I'm being myself. My BFF is a BM dub with your BM in it, understand?
With the BM and that, like, he's kind of down here right now.
Bus club and a medicine that give a nigga won't help. I'm at a limit where
medicine gave me, right? That it won't help. I got all this medicine for all the problems and issues I'm dealing with. It ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna solve the trauma. And then coming out of this is when he just kind of goes up here and gets a little bit more aggressive. Like, just again, the cadence shift and the changes in the middle of the flow.
And a stash bus club and a medicine that give a nigga won't help. I'm at a limit where I be amazing myself. I better finish on a level with a black belt. I better end it where every rapper get killed. Like pluck with a knife at. Cut where your life at. Career's over. He slumped over. And if I'm off beat, no, I'm unsober. That's a new flow.
He's not even really off beat there, right? Like, if you're gonna pattern in between those percussive hits, like, just stay consistent with your rhythm, right?
Better end it where every rapper get killed. Like pluck with a knife at. Cut where your life at. Career's
Cut. It's the cut right there that just kind of, he waits and then he hits just behind it.
over.
Falls a little bit behind.
Slumped over. And if I'm off beat, no, I'm unsober. That's a new flow.
Off beat, no, I'm unsober. I'm not sober right now. And then you hear him drinking,
Life
right?
at. Career's over. He slumped over.
He's giving us bars.
And if I'm off beat, no, I'm unsober. That's a new flow. Plus Q gave me some cushion, some new dough for the new year. And I sumo on a rap here, not a rapper. I'm a raptor. That's a T-Rex and a V-neck for the rapture. I'm a factor. And
I'm a raptor. That's a T-Rex and a V-neck. What's the logo of the Toronto Raptors? What did the logo used to be? The raptor rocking the jersey, which was a V-neck jersey. So he's a raptor. He's a T-Rex. He's a dinosaur. And then he flips it into the rapture scheme. Remember we talked about Mark of the Beast, 666, ended times? Well, that's when Jesus comes back to battle the Antichrist, and then the rapture happens, and everybody, half of the people who are true believers, they vanish, right? The rapture. Just the way he's flipping right now.
Q gave me some cushion, some new dough.
And obviously, gave him some kush. He's smoking and he's drinking right now, and you can see it. That's why he's falling off beat. It just feels like we're right there in the studio session with him. And that's why at the end, that sort of outro, when Q comes into the booth, and he's like, did you get that? I just love that, because it just feels like a raw kind of one take that he pushed through while he was sick. And just had to drink to get through it, man. I love it.
For the new year, and I sumo on a rap here, not a rapper. I'm a raptor. That's a T-Rex and a V-neck for the rapture. I'm a factor, and your facial, how a fracture to a fraction of one half, and I hate math.
I'm a factor. I'm someone you got to factor in. But also, he flips it into a math bar, because a factor, when he is going to divide you into a fracture and half you, that's ridiculous division schemes. But also a factor, when you divide something, well, it can be half. You could divide it into a whole number, times it by 2 to get back to that number, right? Like 12. 6 is a factor of 12. 6 times 2 makes 12. He's a factor. That math flip is ridiculous.
I'm a factor, and your
mathematical factor versus just being a factor that you have to factor in.
A rapper, I'm a raptor. That's a T-Rex and a V-neck for the rapture. I'm a factor, and your facial, how a fracture to a fraction of one half, and I hate math and pastors like Eddie Long fucking.
I love that, fracturing your face to a fraction. Come on.
Mighty gold to be mighty low fraction of one half, and I hate math and pastors like Eddie Long fucking mighty gold to be mighty low to get here, nigga.
Eddie Long, he's a pastor. He's gonna pass you, but also Eddie Long was an interesting pastor, because Eddie Long used to preach out against homosexuality and how evil it was when he's running around with all these scandalous hookups, right? You talk about a hypocrite and pot and kettle mentality. Yeah, Eddie Long, medicon. But for me, medicon, because he says it a little bit differently. That's Spanish slang, right? But medicon, right, is like, gay, but more of a slur. Definitely meant as sort of a slur, as a diss when someone calls you a medicon, which is interesting because he sets it up with the Eddie Long and how he felt about homosexual bars right there into the... Sorry, camera died. But anyways, this bar, fucking medicon. What was Eddie Long doing? He was fucking, even though he was running around calling people the equivalent of medicons. Right? So I just love the setup of that, because there's just layers to that on the tail end of this when he's just losing his breath in his delivery.
Your facial, how a fracture to a fraction of one half, and I hate math and pastors like Eddie Long fucking mighty gold to be mighty low to get here, nigga.
Woo!
Told you I was gonna fall off, Q. You record? You got that shit? Yeah.
Told you I was gonna fall off. I love Q coming in. It just feels like we're there. It makes me think of like some of my great studio sessions when you're just vibing, man, and you're having so much fun in that booth. You're cracking jokes, and you're just, yeah, like this is just one of those takes. You know, you got it.
Yes.
Fuck all that setbacks drop in December, bitch.
No worry. You are not gonna suckle my dick tonight.
Whoa.
That's even layered when they're just joking, talking shit to each other, right? Because that's out of the Eddie Long scheme.
Whoa.
Can we bring back Detox? That never happened. Can we just like flip to that alternate reality and dimension? But I tell you what a setup. What just a verse from Kendrick. Just showing you again, we've talked about this because we broke down the Monster freestyle. We broke down Control. Kendrick has always been on this time. I don't know why so many people were surprised when he came out and said, F the big three, it's Big Me. Because that energy, he has consistently throughout his career shown. And this for me is a warning, especially to a Toronto, Canada MC that we could do it for the cameras. If you truly follow battle rap and you study it, then surely you would have studied this one. Kendrick Lamar, you were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys like today's video. Listen, for some reason you're here at the end. Obviously enjoy the content. Do me a huge favor. Support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. Really does go a long way. Also, shout out to the Patreon. If you like the content I put out, if you want to support, come join the Patreon family. It really does go a long way. I'll put all links down there. All right, everyone. Stay safe. Stay positive. Take care of these. Take care of these. I'll catch you again.
Sit down. Sit down. Like, wow. How we do it like that? Like, wow. How we do it like that? Like, wow. How we do it like that? Like, wow. Better sit your ass down.